One of these days,
You gotta rock out. You gotta fucking bop to it.
you are far more invested in this part of the show than I am.
It's fun. Welcome to the Vibe is Spoken. We talk Survivor. I think that we will be on a different perspective this episode.
Your audio has disappeared. I can't hear you. Did you mute yourself and not the song?
That's the problem. Wait, am I back?
Yes.
Where did I cut out?
You said something happened. You basically said something happened this episode and then disappeared.
I'm gonna like this more than you, I think. I'm Adelaide, that's Cameron. You wouldn't know because the names aren't on screen because we don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's a fun episode. How you doing?
You know, I'm doing good. We got to watch some Survivor. I ate some popcorn while we were watching it. Had a Coke Zero. You know, it was like my own little version of the sanctuary where good things happen.
The good things did happen at the sanctuary today. But first, Julie is sad.
Julie's sad. She ain't sleeping, which, girl, me too.
Which oh no, I cut out again. What the fuck? Okay, I'm back, I think. Hello?
You didn't cut out on my end. I don't know what you're
okay, you cut out for me. Either way. Yeah, I think it was Omer from 42. It was like, yeah, we don't really like see this a lot. Like the moral quandaries of it. I don't get it. You want $1 million? Do your shit.
Yeah.
I get you're deprived, so it's probably like emotions are a lot more heightened. But
yeah, it's a very
upset about voting out.
It's a very old school thing for people to be like, I hate the fact that I have to vote people out. Like, that's what you signed up for. Sorry.
And Austin giving her the fucking neck massage. That dude, Rizzler. We'll get to it later.
Hunk.
That is a hunky boy, 100%, hundo percent. Yeah, camp life is pretty chill. The first big thing to happen this episode, which I have a lot of feelings about, is Bruce creates the lie that Kendra went out with his idol in her pocket.
That Kelly went out with his idol.
Kelly. It's weird to sit on that for forever. You should have said Kendra. It makes more sense. Anyways.
Yeah.
Does it? Either way, I think this is a really good plan. It's strange to me that everyone else thinks it's fucking stupid. I'm curious your opinion.
Here's the thing, is I think it's a good plan. I think the problem with Bruce's plan is that he told Keturah, of all people, that it was a lie. Which, to be fair, Bruce has not gotten to see the edited show. Well, he has now, but obviously Bruce on the island has not seen the edited show. And maybe doesn't know, as much as we here at home do, that Keturah hates Bruce.
She rolls her eyes all the fucking time. How do you know? The weirder part to me is not that he told her the truth. He then keeps the lie to Jake, which is fucking keep it consistent with your allies or don't fucking do it.
Yeah, I think the big thing, and the way he says it is pretty solid, where it's like he tells Jake this lie because Jake is someone who he ostensibly believes he can trust, and lets Jake spread it to everyone else because Jake is someone who ostensibly he can't actually trust.
That's fair. It's just
he successfully spreads the information exactly how he needs to, while also being able to manipulate someone who in theory can be on his side by saying, here's this big information I'm giving you, but knows that person is going to betray that confidential information and spread it around. I think in theory, if Bruce doesn't tell Keturah that this is an entirely fake plan, it's a lie, this is a very good plan, actually. I really don't hate this plan.
It's a really good plan. And words.
And Bruce, of all people, did it.
It's okay, and then this will come back more later. I feel like Bruce wouldn't have done this if him and Katura had more time to actually both have votes and work together. Because I don't think that their trust has really been pressed. Like it's always been like, yeah, I can't do it, can't vote you out, I don't have a vote, and there's not really like that chance of conflict. So he has to trust her because she has physically not been able to betray him.
It's true. No one has had the chance to vote out Bruce. That might change.
Bruce is, if you think about it, the new era Joe last name.
Joe Anglin.
Joe racist.
The only difference between I was gonna say the only difference between Bruce and Joe is that Bruce is not a racist.
That is true. I'm pretty sure it's true.
We stand the episode of Survivor Cambodia where Joe Anglin physically collapses from heat exhaustion. The sun did a great job that day.
Keith Nail, icon, profiting off of a racist.
Dude, Keith Nail, basically
Actually,
two seasons in a row of him playing where he basically just stumbles backwards all the way to Final Five, where like he probably does get votes at both final tribals if he makes it there. Like, sort of, if Keith makes it to final three of Samuel Del Sur against Jacqueline and Baylor, I think there's a good case for Keith Nail winning. But
you could put Keith Nail in Game Changers and he probably wins.
Balls.
Anything else happen until the reward challenge?
Not that I can super think of. Because because the big blow up is later.
Yeah. So we get to the reward challenge. I haven't had one of these in a while.
It's true.
And the reward is a Thanksgiving feast.
But Spence, where is that Thanksgiving feast?
The sanctuary. where good things happen.
There you go. It is my favorite new joke.
And if y'all fucking did this 1 week earlier, it'd be so much easier. So much better. No, you didn't plan correctly. Now it's just you're getting sloppy leftovers. You're getting dry turkey for no reason. Shame. The word challenge. You got to go over and under some fucking rope, untie knot, crawl under a net, and do a ball maze.
Yep.
Every time there's a challenge in the new era, I think back to a tweet I saw where it was just modern era Survivor challenges. And it was just an audio clip from every single unique type of challenge through all 43 seasons up to that point. It was just a thing and 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 a thing. I think it worked well here. It felt better, but it's still like I'm very aware that it's just smaller challenges added together.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like that is like a fairly bog standard Survivor challenge. It's like, oh, you go through some obstacles and then you do a puzzle or a maze at the end. Like it's whatever. It'd be nice to see more of those challenges for immunities at some times, but we'll talk about that later, in my opinion. But yeah, we get the challenge and it looks like Austin's gonna pull it out, but nah.
Maze analyst Emily Flippin.
Financial analyst Emily Flippin.
Marvelous. Demolishes it. I was sitting there in my fucking bed, just watching it. Austin's gonna get it. Oh, he's gonna get it! And I'm like gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm like clapping, I'm hooting, I'm hollering. My girl finally gets to go to the sanctuary where good things happen.
Oh, and her reaction was very real. Like it was like she started physically shaking and didn't know how to react to it. Like, yeah.
I am back. Yeah. Okay. This fully just solidified, and we'll get to it more in the actual like sanctuary where good things happen section.
Yeah.
But she is fully like, I'm ready to call her like my third favorite player ever because she is basically new era Cass. but she's learned. And I think that she's grown so much, and seeing her so emotionally invested in the game and
She's
her
gone from
allies.
being a robot with very little social skills to learning how to feel and be a person, like your unfortunate other favorite player of all time.
He is not in America. I can say whatever I want and he won't come for me.
You do realize this is the internet where bad things happen.
Put that on a t-shirt.
So
We're all one of our fans. Put it on a
Emily
t-shirt.
wins the trip, takes all the women, and then
Girl power.
we get some very different scenes.
Why is my Wi-Fi so shit?
We get some very different scenes after the reward challenge is done. I feel like let's start with the scenes of the women at the sanctuary where good things happen, because I find them less interesting and fun, and I want to spend more time.
No. Okay. For the second time in Survivor history, I cried during an episode. I think all the letters are really good. I got really emotional during Julie's. I think Dee's is fantastic. Katura broke me. Which, if you tell me of the 4 players there, I'd be most invested in Katura. Blows my mind. But her letter about how she cut things off with her mom, and then she still got a letter from her, and it's like, I don't care if you want to get rid of me, I still want to be here for you, and I love you, and I support you. And her just shocking realization, this is for my mom, destroyed me. That is unparalleled levels of emotional connection. The other time I cried, for the record, is the Winners at War family visit, because that's magic. That's special.
You think that it was emotional for you whenever you watched it? That episode was the first or second to air right after the COVID-19 pandemic began.
Yeah.
So I, at the time, was right. I think I was temporarily living with my brother, sleeping on his couch for 2 weeks. Because my very, very big tangent. My mom and my sister-in-law were on a missions trip in Africa when everything started to shut down. And they basically found out you have 24 hours to try and get out of the country, get on a plane, and get back to Canada, or else we don't know when we can get you back. And so while all that was happening, we made a plan, because then they also had to quarantine for 2 weeks after that. And so basically, it's they lived in the upstairs floor of my house. My dad moved into my room down here in the basement, and I moved in with my brother in his apartment, because me and my brother both still had work and school and stuff that we could go to, at least for a little bit. And so I was living with my brother on his couch, and it was basically I am either going to work, I am in class, or I am alone in this apartment that I don't know, trying to find things to do. And then watching that episode, was oh yeah. This is a big one. That's a big one. But yeah, no, very emotional moment. I will say, I don't fully know how I feel ethically about the whole Katura doesn't want to talk with her mom.
Absolutely fair.
Here's totally talk from her mom. Haha, but at the end of the day, was very emotional content. But speaking of very emotional content, back on the beaches.
Are you ready to play with the boys?
It's so good, where the girls are the boys are all probably having this powwow, they're talking strategy, all this stuff, and immediately you cut to the guys just talking about farting. It's dude, I've farted once in 18 days. It's been insane. And just and then the music starts, and I immediately recognized what song it was, because I played it several times recently at work running bar trivia, where I did an all movies thing, and that was one of my songs in my music round. And so immediately I hear the music and I go, oh man. And I'm laughing half because I'm this is very silly. This is a great setup for a scene. But I'm also half laughing because I sit there realizing, wow, Survivor is CBS, is that what channel does Survivor air on in America? Is it CBS?
Yeah.
CBS, yeah. I'm like, CBS paid for the rights to this
Is this
song
the first time?
for this scene.
Is this the first time in Survivor history that they've used like branded music in the actual episode?
I don't actually know.
Because here's the thing, I haven't seen everything, but I can't remember anything else.
Yeah, I can't
Maybe in like
think of anything, but I feel like at some point it has to have happened somewhere in the past. But
this isn't like, I don't know. It's not like if you had like J Maya like put one of her songs in and it's like, hey, look what I do. This is Top Gun.
J Maya, when are you releasing a cover of Playing with the Boys?
Well, she is playing with a boy, specifically Sifu. I love that. Good.
Wait, are J Maya and Sifu a thing?
I cut out the worst time.
Are J
No, they're
Maya
not
and
together.
Are J Maya and Sifu a thing?
No, they're not. They're playing together, or they played together once. You saw that, right? We talked about that.
Sure.
J Maya was doing a tour where Sifu lives, so he came on to play guitar with her. It was cool.
Sure.
But yeah, I was losing my mind. I was on Twitter. I was typing in, "Oh my god, are they pulling a Top Gun?" And then I realized it was Playing with the Boys. I'm like, holy shit, they're committing. And my jaw dropped. Stars in my eyes. I love this episode. There are issues later. This is perfect. This is everything I want from Survivor. This shit rocks.
It's like truly one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in Survivor. Just pure entertainment. Just guys being dudes. They're going fishing, they're doing stuff, like just great content. But then we have the turning point. Like, Drew Basile, the muscle king.
So bad. Anyways.
But yeah, then we have the big blow up, I think, is our next like big moment.
So yes, we did skip something over during the sanctuary where good things happen.
Yes.
Where everyone's like, hey, we should put out Katura, right? And it's like, yeah. Or we should put up Bruce. But he has an idol. Like Katura's like, well, he's gonna say he doesn't have one anymore.
Yeah.
But actually, like, this is where I went full, like, I got mad. Like, say what you will about, like, you don't like Bruce. Cool. If Abby Maria can make fucking, like, what, Final 6? Is that what she got to? Final 4?
Final 6 or Final 5 in Philippines,
yeah.
I think, yeah.
Like, you can keep him. He's a meat shield who everyone dislikes and is good at challenges. Why the fuck would you cut him?
That's the thing is, like, everyone is like, Bruce and Jake. And I'm like, if you're feeling like you're not the top dog in your alliance, that's 2 free votes who are pretty easy to beat at the end right now.
You are currently 4-4 against a group of 4 who will not fucking turn on each other no matter what.
Well,
what are you doing?
To be determined. But yeah. Do we want to talk about the fight of the episode?
We're not there yet, I don't think.
What am I missing?
There's a little bit of build up to it where Bruce, I think, initiates this conversation where he's like, hey, they're gonna put votes on you and me.
Yeah.
We need a plan. I want to vote out Mama J. Because Bruce says D originally, I think. And it becomes Julie. Because like her name's Mama. Everyone likes her. You go to actually no, Katura says that. They start with D and to Drew personally. Then we get the blow up. Which
I like the blow up.
So great use of an episode title.
It's so like I have said before, and I'll say it again. I'm a big Jake fan.
You are the Canadian Jake O'Kane.
I'm a big Jake fan. My fiance, big Jake fan, thinks he's very cute.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Truly give me like 3 more weeks of going to the gym consistently like I have been, and I will probably look very much like Jake again. But yeah, Jake starts throwing out Drew's name, which, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. I like hearing Drew's name get thrown out.
But you win from targeting like the least dangerous member of that alliance, the second least dangerous. Like fucking target D, target Austin, target someone who's actually has fucking like a resume. But no, you go for the lanky boy who everyone like will cut easily. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. But yeah. Jake goes after Drew. Drew doesn't like it and comes back, and Jake makes nothing but valid points. Jake does nothing but say things that are entirely true and accurate, where Drew's like, why are you saying my name? And Jake just comes back and he's like, so you're allowed to say mine, but I'm not allowed to say yours? Why is that the case? And Drew just says like, well, because you're on the bottom and I'm not. And Jake's like, why is that fair? If I'm on the bottom, shouldn't I be doing things to get off the bottom? Shouldn't I be making plans? And Drew's like, but like, I've been so nice. I have spared you several times. It could have been you, but it was Kelly. It could have been you, but it was Kendra. And Jake's like, cool, thanks. But this conversation's over then. Jake is I'm gonna say it. Austin is Owen if he was better at the game. Jake is Owen if he was entertaining. If he was more entertaining.
I like Owen.
More entertaining. I like Owen, but like I will take Jake over Owen as our new era person who is just like trying so hard to do something and can't for the life of him get.
It's like he saw Owen is like, fuck, how do I improve on that? I'll just be funny.
I'll just be from Boston.
Jake, I think, is genuinely like he's just a funnier dude.
He seems like a super nice guy. Okay. He seems like a person who in a final three that now can't happen, but like in a final three, if it was like Katura, Bruce, and Jake somehow, I could see Jake winning just because everyone doesn't like the other two and wants to give it to Jake for trying and liking him.
If I am in the pretty shoes of the Reba members, I flip on them before they flip on me, and I take Jake to final three because he had adversity, but truly did not do shit this season. I just, if he's the Owen, he's the Owen. Emily is maybe the Cassidy there. Like, you can probably get shit done.
But Bruce, the Mike Gabler, is gone.
Imagine the world where we're sitting here like, God, maybe Jake can win and then Bruce wins.
It would be,
I would
be less mad
Bruce would do a Gabler win.
It would be. Here's the thing: is like Bruce, like from a gameplay standpoint, if he won, it'd be like, okay. But imagine like we finally get a villain edit in the new era, and it's for the guy who wins after being on Survivor 44 for 10 minutes. Like,
I want to say something later. Okay. And I do want to add my last real note of the episode was marriage analyst Emily Flippin. I loved her confessional about getting her letter from her boyfriend Eric, which boyfriend for 10 years.
At that point, just get married. At that point, just get married.
You're common law that way. I don't know if you have that in Canada. In America, that's just common law. You're just married. I know that she said that she's like not a marriage type, which I respect. I understand.
I don't.
I eventually.
This to be fair, I am not married. I'm engaged, but male engagement rings.
Well, I'm still driving. Hey, we eloped. Surprise.
Male engagement rings aren't really a thing. So we got a silicone ring on the internet for like $40, and I wear that, and that's how I symbolize that I am engaged, so that people don't talk to me.
When I get my engagement ring, I'm gonna show it off so much.
Dude, I have so many people ask me if I'm married, and I'm like, no, and they're like, but you're wearing a ring, and I'm like,
not yet.
I'm working on it. It's mostly people at the bar, and I'm like, if you want to look at the sign directly in front of me next to my tip jar that says "Tips appreciated, weddings are expensive."
Just hey, if you know any other reality shows that are like looking for people, let me know.
You know, there's a great Canadian game show called
Yeah.
Battle of the Generations, and you should watch the 10th episode of that show only. If you don't live in Canada and you want to see it, send me a message. I have my ways.
So does anything? What all? I think the Mama J stuff starts floating around after the out of Sanctuary return, right?
After the Sanctuary, where good things happen
Yeah,
return. Yeah,
yeah.
I
Everyone's
think
like, oh
next
my
season we
god,
should change the name of this podcast to The Sanctuary, where good
we're good
things.
things happen. New name every season. I'm gonna get bored of that. Anyways,
Yeah,
anything else for the challenge, or is it just ooh Julie,
not
ooh
that I
Bruce,
can
ooh Jake?
think of really.
We get to the challenge
Oh
where
boy.
it's a nap, but you gotta use your arms.
Oh, this is where, okay, so a lot of people complain about the other flagship CBS reality show, Big Brother. And one of the main complaints people have is, man, the challenges on Big Brother are not very diverse. They do a lot of the same things, including even just doing the same challenge over and over again, and it heavily
And the
favors
same
the really,
person wins them over and
and the
over.
same person wins them over and over again, and then wins Big Brother despite being voted out unanimously earlier in the game, but then not really. Um, we've had like nothing but endurance challenges since the merge. Really,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same problem where it's just who can last like our reward challenge. We finally saw something that had no endurance component whatsoever. And who won? Was the big strong dudes? Was it Bruce? Was it Austin? Was it D even? No, it was financial analyst Emily Flippin. But we just got another we just got another endurance challenge. And of course it's like, oh, look
The final
who it is.
two. We're the final two
It's
again.
Austin and Bruce. Like, cool. Can we change it up? Can we go back to the old day? Which, to be fair, we wouldn't get there at Final Eight. But like, I want a Final Five immunity challenge, like the golden era of Survivor, where our Final Five immunity challenge is like a giant maze or the big ass slip and slide. Like people want to talk about like challenge diversity, bringing back old challenges and like doing them new. Give me new era players trying to do Michelle's Tower. Like, that's what I want to see. You are frozen.
Michelle is the only person allowed to win that challenge.
There are only two people in all of Survivor that have ever completed that tower, and it's Michelle twice in America, and then a guy named Josh in Australian Survivor Blood versus Water. But he does not rightfully deserve the title because he didn't kick the puzzle to the ground after he finished it.
Exactly.
But yeah, we got an endurance challenge.
Yeah. Emily lost very quickly, which he has in all the previous endurance challenges.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking puzzle, please.
But not math. Financial analyst Emily Flippin can't do math.
Couture has a panic attack. I don't want to like talk about it more. I get it.
No,
Shit's rough.
it's. I will say, like, I am very much a person who I've said this in previous seasons. I'll say this again, like, because to be fair, like, I don't know what the whole deal with it was. Like, it seemed like she was like afraid of the water, like, and the ocean, and like, I don't know if it's like you're afraid of the open, like the open ocean, if it's like she has issues with swimming, something like that. But like, if you're afraid of the ocean or you don't know how to swim, Survivor may not be the show for you.
Which is, I understand that. I read it more as just like she was having a panic attack,
and that's fair
in general, and that was just like the way it manifested.
That's fair. Yeah, but no, like I'm a big Survivor Edge of Extinction fan, but my guy Keith coming out there and being like, I don't know how to swim, like, buddy, I either find another show or don't, or once you find out you've been cast, learn.
I am so confident, even though I got a fucking beer gut and I'm out of shape. The fact that Keith got on the show, I'm probably okay. I'm probably cleared to do it.
Yeah.
Brandon Donnelly got on the show, I can get there. Like that's my sign. CBS cast me. I'm only a little bit of a bitch, but I'm fun.
You know,
And then Durance challenge, the women drop. Then it's Austin and Bruce, and then the other one wins. Whoa! Austin gets immunity.
We did it. The guy who, from the beginning of the season, I was like, this is gonna be our guy who's just winning a ton of immunities, who hasn't been, finally did it.
And we wait. Internet's bad today.
I can see you. I can hear you.
You cut out.
Austin won immunity. Good for him. It's not Bruce. I wish it was Jake.
I was really hoping it was going to be Bruce again. For the pure sake of he could just idle fucking Jake. Do something interesting. Like, it's a bad move, probably. Sure, but at least, actually, no, gives them numbers. But I mean, way better in the long run. Nah.
Yeah.
And now we begin the fun part of the episode where I was having a great fucking time. You know, they're going to split votes. Let's fuck with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think, here's like, to me, in the long run, and we'll get to it, this was probably a really bad decision. But the maneuvering that went on here, I think, is a big positive in Emily's resume. She controlled this vote to a fucking T. I think she knew where every vote was going to go, and that was incredible. That was an incredible thing that she did.
Yep. It's because, because the way it seemed to be set up was we're going to get like a 3-2, like there's a clear 3-3 split on Jake and Bruce between the four Rebas, Emily, Katara. And then Jake and Bruce can do whatever they want. Bruce plays his idol. Doesn't matter. We're good.
Yeah.
And then Emily starts to float this plan with Katara of like, hey, the four of us come in. We vote for Mama J. Doesn't matter how the vote gets split because we have 4 votes. And if they split it at all, they can't beat us. Smart play. But here's the thing that everyone except for Emily doesn't account for, or at least not everyone, but that Jake and Bruce don't account for, is the fact that there are a few certainties in this world: death, taxes, and Katara writing down Bruce's name if she can.
Finally, it happened. It finally fucking happened.
And my prediction, the predictions that both of us have been making were wrong. That Katara was shocked. For Bruce.
What is Katara's character arc going forward? What does she do the rest of the season?
Goat. I think that her character going forward is goat.
If she somehow makes Final 30 with Emily and Jake, I'm happy. You know what? Good for her.
Honestly, it would be pretty fun to see.
What did you do? I got Bruce in the fucking jury. What else? That's all that matters.
But yeah, like Emily orchestrates this whole thing where it's like makes Bruce and Jake feel pretty good that Julie might be going. And then makes Bruce feel very good to the point where stuff happens later on at Tribal. And otherwise, that's really the only major thing that's kind of going on during this whole pre-Tribal segment, is just that whole setup and Emily being like, haha, I'm not actually interested in this plan. This is a fake plan to make Bruce feel comfortable. And you know what? You did it. You did good work.
I think that if you don't know who's getting booted when you go into the episode, this is a really fucking great like pre-tribal section. Even tribal section, I love. I think it's edited incredibly. Yeah. On rewatch, this will probably go down a little bit in my estimate for an episode because it's like, oh, it is just like mislead a little bit. But I think this is why I'm more high on the episode than everyone else. Is I think specifically the way that those votes are read is really fucking smart. Because normally it's like, oh, it'd be like a 1-1-1, 2-1-2, 3-1-3, 3-1-4, 3-1-5, it'd be over. But the fact that they did it so non-traditionally was like, oh shit, something's gonna happen. It's this spoilers for a movie in 2019. This vote reveal is like Knives Out, where it's so obvious you think it can't be true, and then turned out to actually be true. And I think the fact that it tricked you enough that the obvious thing you didn't even see coming happened is really good from an editing standpoint.
Yeah, I have no disagreements. Like season 45 is absolutely cooking in the edit. It is truly now if production could get out of the way. But although this episode we finally actually got like straightforward everything. Like everything was straightforward. It was nice. It was good. We got a regular vote. Everything was cool. We love it. We love to see it.
Nope. And you know
We
what?
might
Next
as
week,
well jump ahead to
season
tribal at this point, right?
I think we're basically there. I said the whole
Yeah,
thing.
we've kind of already been
Yeah.
saying that Bruce went home anyways.
I don't remember the. Here's the thing. I don't have anything else to say for the episode. Like I think this is like I think that vote is really great,
Yeah.
even though it's really fucking stupid in the long run.
Yeah. Although you see the vote breakdown and like Jake votes for like Jake votes for Bruce, Katara votes for Bruce votes for Julie. Ooh, I have never watched a season.
Alejandro, you should watch a full. Here's the thing:
It-
if you're gonna watch the show, let's pitch you a season. I think he's probably going to start. I would say start with Co Wrong or Millennials versus Gen X. Thoughts?
Millennials versus Gen X is my like safe starter season to pitch to every person because
That's
I think it is like the perfect like middle ground baseline Survivor season of like it's nothing crazy. There's no major twists, no major format changes, anything like that. It is pretty straightforward.
I agree with what he's saying, even though he cut out.
I
So
don't know. I think you're the
Alejandro,
one cutting out, but
it's fine. So Alejandro, what we're gonna tell you to do is either on Paramount Plus or whatever you have, watch season 33, which I know is like a jump. They're generally disconnected. There's not really a lot of spoilers. You can just watch 33 raw. It's great. It's a good time. You should do it.
yeah, like I think the general rule of thumb I would give for getting into Survivor is if you like Millennials versus Gen X, you will like Survivor as a whole. Like it is a good base. It is like a baseline season in terms of like how it functions as the format of Survivor, but it's a very good season from like a character, gameplay, everything like that standpoint. Like I think that is like if I'm giving you like what is the most basic season of Survivor I could give you to introduce you to the show, it's probably like Token Teens. Like, but it's not great. It's good, but it's not great. Millennials vs. Gen X season 33, top tier, great season.
I think I guess Co Wrong is a little fucky, but I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bruce doesn't play his idol and gets voted out.
Here's the thing: if I get from his perspective, that is a 4-4 split, and honestly, probably not. It'd probably be a fucking like a 4-3-1 or some shit, or 4-2-2. No,
I think
4-3-1.
he thinks it's a 4-2-2 or a 4-3-1 in his favor.
Yeah, which good thing to not play the idol. Be a baller fucking move to pocket it. Survivor analyst Emily Flippin couldn't let that happen.
Nope.
So now we go into a pretty quick pagonging of Katura and Jake, right?
What?
Next time on Survivor.
Oh boy! Next time on Survivor, Austin and D might actually be a thing.
Thank God.
You'll never be Matt and Franny. Stop trying.
But they're both so hot.
They'll never be Matt and Franny. Matt and Franny are my favorite Survivor couple already.
True.
Austin, Rob, and Amber can.
Is Face Off the plastic surgery one?
I thought Face Off was like the. Is Face Off the one where they just do like special effects makeup on people's faces?
Maybe it's something about your face. Anyways,
I mean, that would make sense with the show.
but here's the thing. I do
I think
worry a
just
little
instead of
bit.
watching reality TV, he watches the Nicolas Cage movie Face Off over and over and over
Great
again.
choice. Great choice.
Never seen the.
I think my worry with the edit here is that we're gonna enter basically. We're gonna get this the week after, where it's just they're gonna say that Reba's gonna flip on themselves and turn inward. I don't know if they will. Where like just in seasons with Pagongings, they always set up like, oh, conversations are happening. Can I trust this person? She'll flip on them, and they never do. Are we gonna get laureled for the next 4 episodes?
Here's the thing. I don't know if we are, because I think the Reba 4 has to start realizing that like they can't all 4 of them make it to the end of the game. They can't. A drama degree. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But so like yeah, I think they all have to realize like all 4 of them can't make it to the final 3, where I think like a lot of people have been calling out Emily for this week, saying like Emily's terrible, Emily's playing poorly. A friend of ours said Emily's playing for 5th place, and I don't agree. Because if you are Emily and you get to the final 5 with you and the 4 Rebas, you are the swing vote at that final 5. You are absolutely the middle vote there. And I think that you skate by and get to 4 and at least have the chance to make fire. But I also think if you're Emily, you go with Austin and Drew and you take out D at 5. And then at final 4, Emily, I think, gets taken by just about anyone because she is not seen as big of a threat or as any of the 3 of them. That's what the edit has been showing us. Like, no one ever brings up Emily's name. No one talks about Emily going home. No one wants to vote her out. Everyone likes her. She's playing a great game. It's screaming winner's edit to me.
I agree. Winners at 100%. My problem though is if you're looking at the Reba 4, there's a very clear top 2 and bottom 2. I think Julie is the easy cut of like that is a clear loser there. So they might want to keep her. But I don't know where that inward turns. Because Austin really fucking loves Drew and D. No.
And you know what that
other way around
shows? W. Austin's winning the season.
But if you turn it slightly over, how would you feel? How did your game change? And I'll say for the better.
Here's the thing we have not touched on moving forward. It is final 7. Austin has 2 idols. Well, technically he has one because Julie still has one of his idols.
I'm so upset.
The Chiron showed us that Julie still has Austin's idols.
That's so fucking dumb. You're a fucking idiot.
I don't know.
Here's the thing, because the second he asked her back, he's gonna sketch her out. He waited too long. You do it the night of you fucking giving it to her.
I've always said that if I was on Survivor and I wanted to sketch someone out into playing their idol, I would ask them how their name is spelled.
The way you do it is you just look at the tribe flags. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Oh, just reading names. Okay.
Yeah.
REON. Okay, I'm good.
Well, look. You don't that you did not spell my name correctly. You said REON. It's ERON.
Whatever. Mentally dyslexic. It's fine.
Like we saw it with Sifu, where someone spelled SEAFOU. Sifu. But like it's a thing where you have not. Did you? I can never remember. Did you ever watch The Traitors?
I've seen the first episode.
Okay. So this is like a very light spoiler, but it's sort of like the first vote out, so it doesn't really matter, has no major implications. But the first person voted out in season 1 of The Traitors US is a woman by the name of Geraldine, and she gets like 11 votes against her. And I swear, not a single one of those votes has the same way of spelling the name Geraldine.
It's Gerald I-N-E. It's not fucking hard.
Correct. You get like JERYLDEAN.
Kind of fucking
It's-
bougie ass white people spelling is that?
It's, you know, I don't
I don't
know,
know who's
but it's something. Talk about our contenders moving forwards. I guess that's how we usually end this thing.
Yeah, nothing changes. Nothing has fucking changed. The top 3 threats are still in the game, and one of them isn't even on anyone's fucking radar, which is so infuriating in a good way. I want Emily to win, but no one's even fucking looking at her.
Good.
She's literally Denise Stapley, and she's lost her Malcolm. She lost her fucking shield. That's a better place to be in. And you're leaving her alone. I know that like you want her for the fucking for numbers and everything, and it's good that you've had her. But you really need to be doing more here. And then Austin and D are gonna carry the shit. Like,
is
Jake gonna win? No.
But I would love.
I would love a Jake win. He'd be a terrible winner.
Oh, like he is in terms of gameplay, like is rated a bottom 10, maybe bottom 5 winner. Not. It wouldn't be the like. I think there's an objective, correct answer for like based on gameplay, who is the worst winner of Survivor. But I don't agree with those people because I like that winner.
What season is that?
Oh, you've seen the season,
right? But like for those people who haven't seen it, what season is that?
Oh, most people, and I get where they are coming from, say that the objective
38.
worst winner of Survivor is the winner of Survivor season 38, Edge of Extinction.
Yeah. Okay, besides him though, who's next?
Oh, probably like a lot of people think that the winner of Gabon is very bad, which fair.
That's fair. I don't know why. When I thought of Jake, my brain went to Nick. My brain went to 21. I haven't seen that. I could be wrong.
To a degree. I mean, like that person doesn't win if a certain day 19.
When I can't make that joke because Matthew. Never mind. Yeah.
When stuff happens. I'm trying to think of like who else is like from a gameplay level not a great.
You know who else was not on day 19? Bruce.
Brucey, it's true. Who else is like a bad winner? I'd say like
43.
I think the winner of All
35.
Stars.
Fuck you.
Here's the thing: is if we're looking at
good
gameplay,
winner, bad at it. Good winner, bad at it. 100%.
But yeah, like Gabon's winner. Who else played like a? I think that the winners of both Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers and Worlds Apart have very similar downsides in their winning games.
Worlds Apart better than Triple H.
I agree with you, but still both not great. Because
if you think about it,
because both of them skated by to the end, not of their own volition and ability.
I'm going to break your brain real bit before we sign it off. 2 very similar winners in how they played their games. 35, Cook Islands.
Okay,
that's the end of the.
No, I want to. Here's the thing: is like we haven't talked about what we're gonna do like when this season is over, and like if this podcast is just gonna go on hiatus, or if we like want to try and do other episodes.
We got like 3 weeks to figure that out.
Yeah, but like I think like interesting episodes would be like top 10 winners of all time for both of us, or like top 10 seasons, things like that, like rankings of things that we think are really interesting. Oh, I know who you should think is the worst Survivor winner of all time.
43.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lurking in the waters. Bite your ass.
I stand by it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I do think the best Survivor winner of all time is the winner of season 40. I think it's the best winning game anyone's ever played.
Yeah, I get it. Maybe I'll like gain appreciation after I watch it a second time.
I also think that the winner of season 13 still wins even if he doesn't have the thing.
13 is Cook Islands.
Cook
right?
Islands.
Disagree. Hard disagree.
Well, we'll discuss that
after the episode or anything, whatever. You ready to wrap this shit up?
You know, you can play the song. I can pray that we'll get copyright struck so we never have to play the song. Do the little dance, and I'll cry